Hey y'all, good morning, good morning. I hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all can see me okay, because the sunlight is bright out here. But this is the Chronicles. This is your girl Tonetta, your coach, your relationship coach, your life coach. And I want to say good morning to y'all. I know it's Halloween, of course. Happy Halloween to everybody, whoever celebrates Halloween. I have my little Halloween outfit on, as y'all really can't tell what it is, but maybe this will help. I got my little jump rope. I got my little jogging jacket on, my little leggings on, my t-shirt. My whole theme today is health is wealth. Is my whole theme, I guess I put it that way. Fitness, health, and wealth. But like I said, definitely I hope y'all have an awesome Halloween. But I want to talk to y'all this morning. It's been something that's been on my mind since I actually got up at 4 something this morning, was consistency. That, like I said, that's my morning thought today. Because I know with anything that you do over and over again, and you're seeing, I guess, at some point you'll start seeing results. I guess I put it that way. Especially if what you're doing is, of course, like a right kind of activity that would, of course, get you some results. Like I said, at some point I had to realize that me not being consistent, of course, was holding me back from a whole lot of things. I guess I put it that way. Whether it was moving forward, whether it was finding another job, whether it was starting a business, whether it was starting my cookie business here in Tucson, whether it was getting up and going outside to actually walk and exercise every morning. Like I said, and of course, eating right as well, because I guess today health is wealth. That's my Halloween thing today. But like I said, definitely I had to realize, I don't know when I realized it, but I had to realize that consistency is key to everything that you do. Whether it's health, whether it's fitness related, whether it's business related, whether it's work related, whether it's relationship related, because it's the same thing in relationships as well. Life related, anything like that. If you're trying to, of course, change your life, change your relationship, change the things that you've been doing, you have to start doing something different and be consistent at that thing. Whether that's, I guess, for example, with me, with healing and that kind of thing. Just saying that I'm healing and all this kind of stuff and not really doing the work, I guess, behind that. Like I said, that's not me being consistent. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, knowing that I had to, of course, start doing the work, whether that was improving my communication skills, whether that was lessening my triggers, whether that was learning how to, of course, speak the truth so I can get the things out so I can teach others lessons. I had to be consistent in all those things in order for me, of course, to, of course, be on my healing journey. I mean, there was a whole lot more, of course, but like I said, the main thing is consistency. In order for me to, of course, to move forward, to do the things I need to do in life as well, that I had to learn and I had to realize. I think I had that realization this morning at 4:38 this morning when I got up, y'all. But just knowing that I have to be consistent in whatever I'm doing if I want to see the results. The same thing with my health and wealth thing today. With fitness, with health, with food, with any of those kind of things. If you're just going to do one day of exercise a week or just do one day of exercise a month or a year or that kind of thing, that's not being consistent. Consistency, in my eyes, you have to have a certain self-discipline for one in order to remain consistent. And like I said, consistency in my eyes, meaning that you're doing something every single day that's going to give you the results that you want. Like I said, whether it's the healing, whether you're lessening the triggers, whether you're, trying to work on your relationship, trying to build, I guess, better communication within the relationship. Whatever you're doing, you have to do it every single day by doing it once a month or once a week or once a year or whenever you feel like it. That's not going to give you the results that you want. Then we, of course, get upset about that. I know I've been upset about, oh, I should have did this a long time ago, or this should have been done a long time ago, or I should be on track with this and this and this and that. And I had to realize, like I said, that I wasn't being as consistent as I should have been. I guess I put it that way as well. And like I said, we have to get to a point where if we have a goal, no matter what that goal is, if it's business, if it's health, if it's wealth, I guess I put it that way as well. If it's relationships, if it's life, if it's improving yourself, speaking your truth, whatever it is, like I said, you definitely have to be consistent with that thing. Like I said, I know consistency, that's to me being done every single day or doing some type of activity every single day that's going to push me more forward towards my goal. And like I said, with that consistency, I know that it comes self-discipline as well. I know I'm very, very disciplined in certain things, I guess, but certain things that I do. Some folks like, you're going to do that all day long. What are you going to do? Cause I push myself, at least to me, to my limits. I guess I put it that way. Doing different things, trying to make sure that I'm on track with different things, trying to make sure that I'm the best at what I do. I don't care about anybody else's best, but the best at what I do, and that I'm creating the success that I want. And like I said, some folks are like, what are you doing? You're doing this all day long. You're doing this every day. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're going to kill yourself. I'm not going to kill myself. I know my own limits. I guess I put it that way as well. But we have to get to a point, or I had to get to a point where I had to realize that self-discipline needed to be in every area that I wanted to, of course, succeed in. Whether that's the relationships, whether that's the health, whether that's the wealth, whether that's the business, whether that's my career here at work, whatever it's going to be, I had to be consistent with those things. If not, I wasn't going to have that result. And like I said, this has been on my mind since I got up this morning. So I want to make sure I did this Car Chronicles for you all this morning, because I know I'm not the only one that's dealing with, understanding and realizing consistency and how important it is. I guess I put it that way, especially if you have a goal that you want to reach. And then every year here comes, I guess I'll use that example because the new year is coming up. Every first of the year, New Year's Eve, I get all these goals out. Well, I don't really make any resolutions, that kind of thing anymore at all. But I know people do make resolutions, make goals on the first and that kind of thing. And as we see, as that whole month of January dwindles down to February, we see a lot of folks are not even working on whatever they were saying that, I guess, that they were going to do back in like early January, like on the first, that kind of thing. That statistically has been shown that that's the case. At least half the folks drop off before February even gets here. Then another half before March even gets here, that kind of thing. But like I said, if you're looking to have a goal, whether that's that fitness goal, whatever it is, you have to be consistent. Like I said, that's the main thing. Like I said, that's on my mind this morning. Actually, it was on my mind last week too, but this morning it really hit me like, okay, you have these goals, but you're not being consistent in these certain areas. And like I said, I definitely had to make sure, like I said, that I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself as well, to make sure that I remain consistent in the things that I'm doing and the goals that I have, or that I'm saying that I have, I guess I put it that way, to make sure that by this time next year or by this next 6 months or whatever it is, I see some type of growth, some type of moving forward, I guess I put it that way. So like I said, I definitely want to bring this to y'all, because I know I'm not the only one struggling through this or working through the consistency or trying to move forward, but sometimes doing the wrong things or doing I forgot what the thing, who was it? I forgot who it was, y'all. Whatever it is, insanity, whatever that little definition was, doing the same things over and over again, but getting the same result. Like I said, at some point I had to realize that in order for me to be consistent as well and self-disciplined, that I can't keep doing the same things that's not working. I guess I put it that way. If the things that I'm doing isn't working, and I haven't seen any kind of forward movement or growth in a few months or that kind of thing as I'm doing it, then I need to switch to do something else. There's always options out there, options and things that you can switch to and do and learn, whether it's a new skill, a new way to do things, a new habit, whatever it is. You can always learn those things. I think the research says it takes like 6 weeks, 4 or 6 weeks in order to learn like a new habit, skill, that kind of thing. So like I said, it can always be done. So like I said, with the consistency, with the self-discipline, yes, those are keys, but you have to realize if the things that you're doing is not working or haven't been working for the past year, for example, wanting to start a business and do all these things, but if you're not seeing growth in your income and things, or you don't have any clients or that kind of thing, those are things that you have to, of course, like I said, put systems in place to work towards. I guess I put it that way. And that's the same thing when it comes to relationships. Of course, working with your partner and that kind of thing, y'all can't just work on it one time and say, oh, it's going to be fixed. Whether it's improving you all's couples communication, that kind of thing, you have to stay consistent with that every single day. That's why I talk about pillow talk a lot. That's your communication time for y'all to, of course, to sit down, to relax together, to gel together, and to say what's on your mind, to, of course, speak some things or talk about some topics that you haven't talked about in a while. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, with the communication, with the relationships, that has to be consistent. The same thing is in business. The same thing is in my health and wealth thing today. If you're not consistently, of course, eating right, exercising, moving your body, that kind of thing, of course, you're going to develop disease at some point. I guess I put it that way. You could have all types of illnesses going on. You could have overweight issues going on. You could have brain fogginess going on. All these types of things, like I said, we have to be consistent in those areas. If that's a goal that you have for your life, I guess I put it that way. So like I said, with that, I know I have to get off here, so I have to get into work this morning. But like I said, whatever kind of goal that you have, just know that in order for you to see some type of forward movement, you have to be consistent with that thing. It's not going to just happen because you said it's going to happen, or you want to manifest it. Manifestation still has, you still have to take action to get those things manifested. I guess I put it that way. It doesn't just happen because you say it's going to happen. There's always steps and systems that you have to take in order to, of course, to make those things work. And like I said, that's across the board. Like I said before, whether it's health and wealth, whether it's relationships, whether it's your life, whether it's business, any of those kind of things, it takes consistent action for it to work. And if you don't see those things working within I say a few months, for myself, you can choose whatever kind of rate you want to look at. But if I don't see things working, I don't see things moving forward, that means I have to switch my game up just a little bit to tweak some things to, I guess, so that I can see whether that particular thing will work. I know I talked a long time about blueprints and that kind of thing. There is no blueprint to life of any kind of sort. Like I said, you always have to tweak things. You always have to figure out what works. I guess I put it that way. For certain folks, things just don't work. But like I said, you definitely have to tweak things as you go along. Like I said, this whole entire life, the whole entire everything that you're doing is a learning process. It's not a failure process, but it is failure in that process that will help you, of course, figure out those things that you need to change and to tweak in order to move forward. So I guess I'd say it. I'll just say it like that. So like I said, I have to go ahead and get myself going this morning and get into work this morning. So I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Christina and Ellen, I hope that y'all are doing well. And thank y'all, like I said, again, for tuning into the live. For those who watch the replay, greatly enjoy. And just think about this concept as you go about your day to day and just realize that everything that you want to do, I know that I'm about probably 2 steps right outside of my goals to complete my goals. I guess I put it that way. We can always change our trajectory in just a few steps, in a few days, in a few months of being consistent with things, y'all. Just keep that in mind. So like I said, y'all take care. Have a great day. Be blessed, y'all.